hour with the jets around 20 feet apart. You now see them collapse to around 6 feet apart as they form short diamond formation at the top of this loop at 6,000 feet. They're led by Red 1 squadron leader Jim Turner. It's Jim's third and final year as the team's leader. He is a former Jaguar pilot. He's very experienced in the display world, having displayed the Jaguar, spent 3 years previously with the Red Arrows, and more recently he has spent 3 years as the official advisor to the Royal Saudi Air Force's display team. That's Red 1's voice. Reds 2 and 3 acknowledge the move to Eagle. They do so with very metronomic cadence in their voices. The idea is that as they count 4 in their heads, the pilots extend their air brakes, and on counting 6 they retract their air brakes, which means that all 3 aircraft on each wing drop back in time to form Eagle. And in from the right now, you'll see the Eagle roll. As the jets go upside down, boys and girls, the pilots will see you waving. Give them a big wave. When the Red Arrows first formed, the aircraft they used was known as the Holland Gnat. That was the advanced jet trainer in the Royal Air Force in that era. In 1976, the Hawker Siddeley Hawk entered service, and in 1980, the Royal Air Force started using the Hawk in the aerobatic team, the Red Arrows, which is the same aircraft you can see today. The Hawk is a very successful aviation export. It's been sold to over 19 countries across the world, and it still continues to impress in its guise as advanced jet trainer. Smoke goes off to the front. Reds 4 and 5 have moved forward slightly. This is now the shape of the Russian fighter jet, the Su-27. They're about to reverse the turn. The NATO code word for the Su-27 is flanker.
Now.
They're about to form a very wide shape now, so Reds 8 and 9 will move to the outside of the formation. And from Red 9's left wingtip through to Red 8's right wingtip, the formation will now measure 100 metres or 300 feet wide. To enable the formation to be moved as one, the outside pilots really have to anticipate their control inputs. They do that by using the cadence in Red 1's voice commands. But now, coming in from the left, this very wide shape, they're going to be putting on some very patriotic red, white and blue. If we can please have a big round of applause as they show you Phoenix! First of our 2 first-year pilots for this year. He's Red 2 Flight Lieutenant Stu Campbell. Stu is a former instructor on the Tucano aircraft teaching basic fast jet training. He was also the Tucano display pilot. He then went on to fly the Tornado GR4 operationally. Out to the right, the team have formed our trademark shape, and in true 70s style, all 9 jets will now smoke in the diamond roll. With the odd-numbered pilots on the left-hand side, the even-numbered pilots fly on the right-hand side. And in their 3-year tour with the team, the pilots will generally start at the front near the leader, and as their proficiency improves, they move further back. On the Liga's left wing now is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Joe Hurston, who is our other first-year pilot this year. Joe is a former Hawk flying instructor, and operationally he flew the Tornado GR4 also. In fact, Joe is the only pilot on the team who has flown this version of Hawk, the Hawk T Mark 1. He's also instructed on the Royal Air Force's new advanced jet trainer, the Hawk T Mark 2. Out to the left, the smoke goes off as they formed a very iconic shape. They roll out towards us now for the Concorde loop. Pulling up at 4G at 400 miles an hour. The shape starts to change again as they reach the top of this loop at 6,000 feet or a mile above us. You'll see Reds 2, 3 and 4 move forward. Reds later 9 also move forward to form a feathered arrow shape. At the top of this loop, the jets have slowed down to about 150 miles an hour. The G's backed off to around 1G. As they come down the other side, they're accelerating now back to 400 miles an hour. The G's building up to 4G as they show us feathered arrow, which is a bit of a mouthful, so we call it freight. Well, that's the end of the first half of the Red Arrows display, ladies and gentlemen. So far, you've seen all 9 aircraft together performing close formation aerobatics. We're now going to change the tempo of the display.